Girl,
Everybody
it's
follow
packed
the one
out
line,
here tonight.
please. Follow the one line, please.
I told you.
IDs out. I need to see IDs. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to Punk Ave.
Excuse me. Hello? Can you move? What? Excuse me. Oh my God. You ready to go? Girl, I've been ready.
Well, hey, girl, hey.
Hello, girl.
How you doing?
Girl, I am under the weather.
Oh, okay.
But when I thought about being under the weather, like, what does that even mean, under the weather? Like, how can someone be under the weather?
That is true.
But aren't we always under the weather if the weather is above us?
That's way too deep. So why do you think under the weather?
No, that is way too deep. But anyways, yes, I'm sick. I'm sick, y'all. Like, I haven't been sick in, like, I would say like 2 years. And the last time I felt this way was at PV Homecoming, and that was last year. But that was because I was outside with a tank top, some shorts, and some Ugg boots.
You were dressed under the weather.
I was dressed like it was summertime, but really it was like 50 fucking degrees outside. So I deserve to be sick. But, you know, I bounced back, like, the next day. But, like, this shit has been lingering for, like, 3 days. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm sick, y'all. I'm sick!
Well, did you get to do anything this week?
Not this week, but last week I did, you know, I took some me time. I took a mental health day.
Nigga, you ain't got no job. Like, every day's a mental health day.
I do have a job. I have a job of being a good human being.
Oh, okay. You like you had to go call somebody and tell them that. You just woke up and didn't do nothing.
Oh shit. I just smudged my eye. But no, I went to so you know how I'm really into the British royal family. Mm-hmm. I'm into all of that, their history and all that shit.
Didn't Eugenia just get married?
Yeah, Princess Eugenie, she just got married. Meghan Markle is pregnant. The Duchess of Sussex, she's pregnant. That's wonderful. Anyways, I don't care about that. But there is this exhibit that just opened up maybe last week at the Museum of Fine Arts, and it's hold on, I have the name. It is called The Tudors to Windsors. So basically, every British royal portrait that is out is in this exhibit. And from the earliest of oil canvases to all the way up to Warhol, to all the contemporary photographers, to that photographed Queen Elizabeth, they're all there. And this is a pretty extensive exhibit. I mean, it's like maybe 4 or 5 different sections. I thought it was amazing. One, because I genuinely like history and I like that kind of shit. So I went and I had a very great time. I treated myself. And
treat yourself.
And it was a good
Mimosas,
time.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
Fine leather goods, treat yourself.
Exactly. And I think that it's worth, I tried to get in as a student, but the lady, she was pressing for an ID. So, and of course I didn't have one. So I had to pay regular price. But nonetheless.
How much is regular price?
It was $20.
Oh, okay.
And I think the student was like 15. Nonetheless, I did pay for it, and I had a great time. It was just me, myself, and I. I treated myself, like I said, and I hadn't been to the museum in a while. And I think it's a great exhibit. I think if you are in Houston, you like history, they had a lot of images of Princess Diana. I love Princess Diana. Her death, I remember watching all that on TV. So, you know.
Me too. Sad times.
It was very sad, and just kind of like the whole, I believe in the conspiracy that, you know, the royal family had her cut off because she was running wild. Anyways, that exhibit, the Tudors.
Why didn't you take out Fergie? Wasn't Fergie wilding too?
Yeah, but she was more of a royal than she was born into the royal family versus Diana was married into the royal family. So I think, don't quote me on that, but hey, it's a great exhibit. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm a little off my rocker because I'm beside myself because I haven't been sick in a long time, so I'm just kind of like. But anyways, that's what's cool in the city, guys. Go to a museum. Go see some art. Go see those dope-ass pictures of Queen Elizabeth. I'll post them on our Recovering Party Girls Instagram page because I think it's a cool picture. It's almost like a 3D picture of her, but her eyes are closed, almost like she was blinking, and the photographer caught her while she was blinking. And they kept that picture. And Princess Diana's, one of her outfits were out on display in the exhibit. There's a lot of pictures of Prince Harry and the other one, William, Charles and Camilla. It's
Fuck
just
Camilla.
Hey man, she stayed down.
No, I don't do Camilla.
She stayed down for the crown, and now she's there. I watched a documentary on YouTube about her rise, and honestly,
and she ugly. Ugh.
She's she's a bit tough in the face. She's strong in the face. I'll say that. She's very strong in the face. But this particular documentary made me almost not necessarily empathize, but it made me have a different perspective on how that situation played out.
I'll pass.
But nonetheless, you guys, if you need something to do, go on a Thursday. It's free on Thursday. If you don't go if you go any other day, you'll have to pay admission plus the admission fee for this exhibit. Just go on a Thursday. It's free. They have happy hour. They have $4 wines.
Girl, what?
Yes.
They have bar?
Yes. Outside.
Like a bar?
Yes, a bar.
A full bar.
They have $4
like
wines.
vodka?
Yes, bitch. $3 vodka. $3 wells.
Just trying to. Oh, bitch, you can distinguish.
Yes.
Oh.
$3 wells. I think their beers were like $4. But there's those like craft artsy kind of beers, so it's not like a Bud Light, Budweiser, Heineken type shit. It's like St. Arnold's type beers. Shit. They have a live DJ. They have a food truck. It's like $7 for a taco. Like it's like real shit. And
$7 for a taco, bitch. That's pricey.
Okay. Well, but it's a big taco.
How big is this taco? Like a burrito?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like it's a nice
$7 for a street taco.
They got good
out
shit.
Your truck?
They have a good taco truck. They have a really good food truck there, and as long as you park on the street, I think you're good to go. Right? And even if you don't want to go into the actual exhibit and pay the $20, that's cool too. You just get in for free. Thursdays are free. Again, it's happy hour till like maybe I want to say 9:00, and they're popping at the Museum of Fine Arts. They have a full bar. You have to bring a credit card because they don't accept cash. But that's that on that.
So this week, before I get into my Woman Crush Wednesday, I need to tell y'all my testimony. Let's sit in the pew. Let's just gather around the church bench. I sat here this day last week and said how I had a conversation with a guy about how I did not want to bartend, and I had been telling him that since the beginning of 2018, and I felt like he wasn't listening, and Jesus be wildin'. Jesus really be waiting to the 11th hour. I say this all the time, neither here nor there. So I sat here and said that same thing last week. The next day I go to work and I see like this chick. Okay, so where I work at, I've been working for 5 years. I've had the same schedule for about 3 years. I manage where I work at, and I'm not micromanaged. Like when I get into work, when I tell y'all we tape late, I work from 4 to 10. And I only work 4 days a week. So in actuality, I work maybe 25 to 26 hours a week, which is really good because 3 years ago, I worked like 5 jobs and literally got 5 W-2s because I was just trying to make it. So the fact that I'm actually out here living and breathing off like 50 hours a week, you know, is a good life.
You're blessed.
I'm very blessed. I can't complain. I make great tips and I get paid way more than I probably should an hour. So I go to work and we have a new GM, but we always get a new GM because the bar I work at is connected to a hotel. So we always get a new GM. The turnover rate for the new GM and for the front office is ridiculous. But every time we get a new GM, of course they come in, they want to change their regime, they want to get new people. Everything changes, and we have so many new GMs I don't even like trip, and I've been there for 5 years. So I go to work and I see like this chick's name on the schedule, but I'm not even thinking anything of it. Her schedule is identical to mine. And I'm thinking maybe they got like a new server because they do that sometimes. I'm like, oh, okay, I got to train some girl today. Whoop-de-doo, whatever. So I happen to see one of the cooks who speaks broken English, and he's like, Ebony. And I'm like, what's up? And he was like, they said you didn't work here no more.
What?
So I'm like, what you mean I don't work here no more? I ain't quit. And he's like, no, the GM. And he couldn't really pronounce the new GM's name because, like I said, this GM has been here for like maybe 3 weeks. So he keeps trying to say the GM. And I'm like, who? He was like, on Sunday, you know, it took me like 20 minutes to even get the piece this much together. It did, because I'm like, what? I went to go get somebody else. Like, I went to go get one of the bilingual people to come help us. I needed help. I needed translation. So in short, the cook was telling me, shout out to the cook. He was like, the GM came in on Sunday with some new girl and was like, oh, Ebony no longer works here. This is your new bartender Monday through Thursday. You know, she don't work here. Ebony never said she didn't work there. Ebony never gave no 2 weeks. Ebony never gave no month. Ebony never said she was quitting. Ebony never complained about her job. I have like one of the easiest jobs. I don't remember a customer complaint. I don't remember no issue. I don't remember shit. So how the hell is Ebony not working in a place that she don't know nothing about? So that didn't sit well with my spirit. Of course it wouldn't, because, you know, I'm sitting at work.
Yeah, that would have ruffled my feathers.
You know, I can't properly pour this Crown Royal.
Right.
I can't do this liquor inventory. I can't even call the people to check on the drafts because I might not be here tomorrow when they come because apparently I don't work here no more. So basically, I mean, clearly I had to continue working because, like I said, I get to work at 4. Everybody, like the GM, the AGM, everybody who works in the office parts leave around 5:30. So I really genuinely have the run of like the hotel by myself the whole night. So like I said, I really don't be micromanaged. So I'm like, all right, I just need to talk to my mother. I call my mom the next morning and I tell her the situation. I'm like, well, I'm thinking about calling the owner because the thing about this hotel as well, it's franchise and the owner owns about 3 or 4 hotels. I know the owner and her husband, we cool. Like I said, I don't have no problems at work. I be out here chilling. So I'm like, I call my mom. I'm like, you think I should email the owner? Because that's just like he had somebody there. That's just not sitting well with my spirit. Right. I seen this girl name on his schedule. Who is this bitch? Yeah. What's going on? Yeah. Who I need to see?
Why is Ramon telling
yes. Why is Jose in my face? Why am I right here trying to learn Spanish? Why am I right here writing down signs, trying to figure out what happened? He getting hyped. Because I'm getting hyped, so now he getting hyped, so now the English is even worse. So I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. All I heard was GM, Ebony don't work here, and the bitch never quit. So I called my mother. And she was like, well, yeah, absolutely. Email the owner and see what's up, because you know the owner cool with you. You ain't never had. I don't have no problems. I've had literally 5 customer complaints this whole year. Nigga, we're in October, and all 5 of them were well deserved because I didn't like them. So
one of them was because they asked you for Coke products.
That pissed me off. That did set me off. When I.
That was the classic. That was a great one.
That did set me off. I wasn't having a good day that day, but the Coke products did kind of set me off. But with that being said,
we're moved past it.
We're past it, but we're saying I've had like legit 5, and I own all 5 because all 5 times it was me. Like it was them, but I could have handled it better. I could have handled it better. I escalated. Okay. Sometimes you escalate situations when you can actively de-escalate them, nigga. I was on all 5 occasions. So that's like maybe one complaint every 2 months. You know, I have like the highest, I sell the most in general. And then I do everything. I do their inventory, all that. The whole night. So what is the problem here? So I send the owner a dissertation, an essay, a 5-paragraph essay. I'm talking about like in middle school when they tell you to send a 5 with an introductory.
You said hello.
I said, good morning. Because this bitch is bright and early. Hello, bitch, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
This is Ebony McDaniel.
No, they didn't have to put it. The subject line said urgent Ebony McDaniel. Bitch, you knew who I was. And my email address is the same shit. So my email, bitch, you knew it was me. You seen it come through and it said urgent. Urgent. Urgent with all caps. In an exclamation point. Like, bitch, you need to read this when you see it. Like, nigga, shit's on fire. Nigga, call 911. Right. Nigga, get the medics out this bitch urgent. I'm talking about urgent. Resuscitate me urgent. I'm talking about I'm dead. I'm dead on motherfucking arrival. That's how urgent this shit is. Like, if you don't get the paramedics down here, I might not live. Bitch, I need oxygen. That is how urgent this is. I might die. That is how urgent it is. I might die. So, I literally said, it's legit 5 paragraphs. I legit wrote this, like, you know how in middle school they tell you have an introduction paragraph, and then you have 3 main.
You have to have your thesis.
And then you have like
supporting.
3, it's usually 3 of those. I don't know what, back in Florida, it was an introductory paragraph, then you had to have 3 main paragraphs, and then you had your final paragraph that closed out. Right. I wrote in that format. So, good morning. And then I wrote, I needed the bitch to know. Well, it was like a move on my part. So I was like, I'm writing this in confidence. Because I needed her to think I really didn't want that nigga to know, but I wanted that nigga to know. So I was like, I just hope this is a private matter that can stay between you and I. Mm-hmm. This is really heavy on my heart. Mm-hmm. I've never had to do this before. You know. Yes.
What is going on?
Sis, I'm about to bare my soul to you. So I write up this.
I opened up my heart.
I opened up my heart, Yolanda Adams. Okay, and I was alone in the room. It was just me and that computer. I was so lost. I don't know what to do. So I'm crying out to you. Shoot. Woo, girl. So I sent this email out. The email's super like, well, I explained what my Latin friend told me in the broken English.
She said my Latin.
I go into the fact of everything I do. Listen, sis, inventory.
You wrote down your
Listen, sis. Yeah. At night, it's only 3 of us in this hotel, and I am one. I'll be around here doing a whole bunch of stuff that I do not have to do to keep this shit afloat.
Right.
I don't ask somebody for. I even said I am.
Put your dick on the table.
Listen, I am not perfect.
Right.
That is literally what I put. I am not perfect, but I do my job without an issue. Bitch, get into this letter I sent this lady. So I'm like deep detail, and I threw in 5 years. I threw in 5 years so much I had to get creative the way I said 5 years. I'm like, I've been working here for 2 + 3 = 5 years. I've been here for half a decade. I've been here for 2 × 2 + 1 years. Bitch, I had to get so, because I dropped 5 years, and that letter so much to remind this bitch how long I've been here, and this nigga been here for a month. 5 weeks on my 5 years? No sis, no ma'am. Mm-mm. So I send off the letter. And then at the end, because I wanted her to know I am a humble servant, I put, once again, I just really hope this matter stays between you and I. I don't want to cause any type of friction. Yeah. I don't want any waves. Drama.
Right.
I'm just confused on how we got here. There was no warning. I don't remember a customer complaint. I don't remember what happened. I don't remember an issue between me, the GM, the AGM, and my work.
Right.
But since we're here, I just find it odd that they will find a problem, seeing as though I never see any of them in the restaurant or bar.
Boom.
I start selling out in the letter too. I do inventory. No one ever asked me about inventory. Nobody ever asked me, do I need wine? Nobody has ever asked me, do we have all the utensils? Right. It was that one day the bulb was out. It took me 2 hours to find somebody to change it. You know why? Because no one was here. No one was here. But with that being said, I've been here half of 10 years.
I've given you that.
1/4 of 20. That's how many years? 1/4 of 20 years.
I've given you my best.
I've given you all that I've got. And I was like, you have a blessed day.
A blessed.
Assalamu alaikum, because I feel like they like Muslim. Assalamu alaikum.
May Christ be with you.
I hope if this is the end of my journey with your company, because I had to let her know it was her shit. I threw in that a few times too, because I needed her to know.
I know this is your shit.
I know, you know, we know this your shit.
Right.
You know, I've loved working for you and your husband. Tell him I said hello. Haven't seen him around lately. Hope all is well. Kiss the kids. Bitch.
You did that.
This email was everything. I sent it to my mom, and she was like, good job. I'm like, yes, bitch. Writing skills came out. Come on, fam, you. So, I send it off. I wait. She don't respond immediately. Okay, baby, she had to take it in.
No problem.
She's a busy woman. It's a lot of hotels she runs.
She's processing.
She finally hit me back and was like, Ebony, thank you for your 5 years here. Okay, so she understood how many times I broke down to 5 years. Got it. And she was like, I have no idea what is going on, but I will dig further for you.
Bless.
And I was like, sis, do that shit. So I go to work. I'm still a little uneasy because, you know, I'm supposed to be fired. Because what happened, side note, so what happened with the other girl that was supposedly replacing me, she trained on Friday. She didn't show up Saturday or Sunday. So, no, she showed up on Sunday. So she trained Friday, didn't show up Saturday, showed up Sunday. That's when he said I wouldn't work there no more. She left early talking about somebody was in a hospital. She never came back on Monday. So in reality, if she just would have showed up all her days, I would have showed up fired. Like I would have came to work. And I looked at the schedule. They had it scheduled where I was 30 minutes. I really supposed to go to work at 3:30, but I show up like a little bit before 4. Been doing that. No one really pays attention and shit don't open at 4 anyway. So really, I would have went to work and they had her scheduled a little after like 4:15. So they were going to fire me, so then I would have never ran into her. But she fucked up her situation because really that's what was about to happen looking at the schedule and how everything was supposed to go. So I go to work. I'm still a little uneasy.
Paint it. Paint the picture.
I'm a little uneasy.
Paint it.
I'm a little weary of the ways of the world. So I go to work. My spirit ain't right. My spirit was black. It was like a little devil.
Did you tell your driver?
Yeah, I told my driver. I was just like, it's a lot going on there. You might not be taking me to work next week. So I get to work and I go to the front desk and I'm like chatting, shooting the shit. And I say something. It was like, oh no, because the owner is in the back with the GM. But usually when they have meetings, they have it in a restaurant. Some people in a restaurant, nobody's there. So I'm like, are you sure? They're like, no, the owner's here. She came in and she looked like she was like ready to go. So I'm like, oh shit, am I getting fired? Maybe this was an inside job the whole time. But I forsake my God. The GM, like an hour later, comes around the corner. It's like, hey, how you doing today? Like all up in the restaurant, looking around, asking me for certifications, asking me about inventory. I'm like, oh, your tune has changed, bitch. So I was just like, answering my questions properly. So then I hit my mom up and told her what happened. And apparently, like, the owner came in and was like, she's not disposable. I don't know what the fuck is the problem. She has the highest percentages. She sells the most. She literally does everything. The reason y'all don't have to worry about this place is because of her. Like, what are you doing? So basically, the owner had to save my job. But I say all this to say, I did sit here last week and say I did not want to bartend. I've been saying I did not want to bartend for the longest. So when I hit my mama up, her shady ass was like, well, you said you didn't want to bartend. I was like, not like this though. Like I want to leave on my own terms. I want to give y'all niggas a month notice. I want to come in and be like, hey.
But God don't work like that.
Listen, God don't work like that. But I'm going to tell you what my good grandma told me, the mother of the church, the safest person I know, right-hand man of Jesus. I said, Grandma, Jesus tried me. This is what I be talking about. Jesus be on some funny stuff. He tried it. My grandma, being a millennial at heart, hit me with a scripture, Philippians 4:6, and said, Ebony, when you go, I can't believe my grandma used this as the example. My grandma's truly a millennial at heart. And she put this on Facebook. My grandma extra millennial. She gets on, like, she tells me, she was like, it's Philippians 4:6 is the scripture she told me to read. But she said, when you get on your Cash App and you request money, she was like, don't you request a specific amount? I was like, yeah. She said, yeah, you can't say kind of 100. You can't say under 200. You can't say, around $22. She said, you come with the specific amount. She's saying when you put in the specific amount, then the person who you sent it to answers it and gives you that specific amount. She said that's exactly what you need to tell God. She said, you've been saying you don't want to bartend, but you ain't told God what else you wanted to do. You didn't give God your course. She was like, he up there answering a whole lot of prayers, and you go saying, I just don't want to bartend. So okay, cool. You don't want to bartend? Check. Bitch, you about to lose your job. So she was like, when you want a dog, you can't be like, oh God, I want a dog. You need to be like, God, I want a Yorkie, because if a Cocker Spaniel show up, you can't get mad because you just wanted a dog. You know, if you want a car,
Grandma.
right, you go in a car, you get a Hyundai, and you wanted a Honda, you got to be specific with the Lord. So that was my learning experience this week, to be specific with my God. No, I do not want to bartend, but I will give you some alternatives, Jesus, because apparently you tried to take a bitch job away this week, but no, no, I won't let you. I was hot. So for like 2 days, y'all, I was sick. But we're working through it, and I figured out that I got to get a bit more specific. Maybe God didn't realize I needed money. I just assumed if I told God I ain't want to bartend, he wouldn't know I would still need to live. But apparently he busy, so he don't have time to be trying to decipher prayers. So now we're writing out a whole list of things to repeat to Jesus. So I can help him order my steps.
You gotta be careful what you wish for, what you ask God for.
God, listen. When I said I didn't want to bartend no more, and God said, "Got you," I was that close to got you.
Well, at least your boss didn't write you up and then turn around and say, "You know what? We're gonna go ahead and give you your 2 weeks."
Nah, child, I call that on up. I don't even play them games. We're not on the tights, and she loves me, and I do a good job.
Well, that's good.
That's that on that.
That was a good testimony.
Listen, let me just, my grandma said Philippians 4:6, when y'all send them requests to Jesus, be specific. If you want you a dog, make sure you name the breed and the color. You just can't be throwing out aimless.
The dog, if you want him to shed or not to shed.
Listen, you can't just be yelling out aimless prayers. It's gonna, God gonna answer you, and you ain't gonna get what you want, because I almost got some shit this week that I didn't want. Blessed be the name.
He said, I almost got some shit.
I was stressed out for 2 days. I wasn't even cracking jokes on Facebook. Listen, I be on Facebook wild, and I was just like, listen, I need to get my life together. There's a lot going on right now. I don't know what just happened. I got Jose in the back with this broken English trying to tell me some shit that I don't really understand. It was a lot going on. But
oh, Jesus. Well, I'm glad it all worked out.
It all worked out. Now he, stalks me and, hey, hi, hey. And I'm just like, It's always somebody. Listen, it's always somebody got to answer to. Let that be a lesson to you too. It is always somebody got to answer to. Even if you're the CEO, if it's a big company, there's a board they got to answer to. It's always somebody got to answer to. And I found your somebody, nigga. So that on that. But anyway, so this week, my Women Crush Wednesday is Kim Parker, and she was played by Countess Vaughn. Kim Parker comes from Moesha. She is my Women Crush Wednesday because honestly, she was really that bitch on that show. Like, even though the show was called Moesha and it was centered around Moesha, everybody loved Kim. She was a fan favorite. She was super funny. She was super lovable. Even though I feel like sometimes Moesha hung out with her because Moesha thought she was actually better than Kim. Like, she had a 2-parent household. They lived in kind of the suburby. And, Moesha was like super tall and thin. And, Kim was just there for to be like a comedic relief. But Kim actually was the fan favorite. And she was actually kind of low-key better than Moesha when they tried out for the cheer team that Gabrielle Union was the coach of. Mm-hmm. Moesha didn't make it, but Kim did. When Kim was in love with Hakeem and Hakeem was acting like he can do better than her, she ended up dating somebody better than Hakeem because Hakeem was just like the towel boy. She ended up getting somebody who was actually on the basketball team. And she really is my Woman Crush Wednesday because she's actually one of, I feel like the few or the only people that was on a show and had a successful spinoff. Kim Parker ends up getting the Parker. So Moesha ran from 96. She was on Moesha from 96 to 99 or something like that. And then she got the Parkers in 99 and that ran to 2004. And, that really doesn't happen. Even though you're usually somebody's fan favorite, you won't be able to hold a show by yourself because everybody's fan favorite, like on Girlfriends, would have been like Tony Childs. But Tony Childs couldn't have had a show. Everybody's fan favorite on Sex and the City was Samantha Jones. But Samantha Jones couldn't.
I would say it's Carrie.
Samantha Jones was the fan favorite when they voted.
Really?
Yeah. So, Samantha Jones couldn't have had, a show. So, the sidekick is always fun, but not too many people can have an entire show. I think Jackie Harry on 227, she won an Emmy for her role as Sandra, but when they gave Sandra a spinoff, the show didn't even work out. So it's very hard to be like the sidekick and come into your own. And Kim Parker with the Parkers did that. The show was very funny. It lasted, I feel, just as long as Moesha. Kim Parker could sing too, because he's a player. Used to be my song. And around and around and around and around and around and around we go. Was the bomb too. So shout out to Kim Parker. Shout out to, Moesha, that whole cast. Y'all know how.
To the
Moesha. Y'all know how I felt about Moesha, and I'm really happy because Kim, even though they tried to play her like she was slow and all she was going to do was go to the Lamert Fashion School, she ended up going to Santa Monica College with her mama, Nikki Parker. So shout out to my Woman Crush Wednesday, Countess Vaughn. Yeah, girl. I don't really know what happened as of late. I know she just got a restraining order against her boyfriend who tried to throw bleach on her or something. But Countess Vaughn, you've been out here. And speaking of that, I also mentioned 227. She was on 227 as well. So shout out to Countess Vaughn. Shout out to Kim Parker. You was it, girl. And that's that on that. So this week, we're actually recovering from Frontin. I was just frontin'. You know that I want you, baby. Next will be my song. So frontin' is actually, I actually have a definition for y'all. I looked it up. Wait on it. Frontin'. Acting like you were more or have more than what really exists. Frontin', a facade, appearing one way but really acting another, misrepresenting yourself. So, have you ever felt like you fronted, or do you think your social media is accurate representation of yourself?
Yes and no. Yes, because I am not posting. I wouldn't ever post anything that's not authentically me. Like anything that I post on social media is pretty much me. I'm not going to post that I have red bottoms or I have this or I'm taking all these trips. No, that ain't it. If I do go on a trip, I'm not going to take 1,000 selfies and then 2-3 months later I'm going to post them and be like, I'm here. You know what I mean? No, I'm not going to do any of that shit.
You're not going to reuse the same pictures multiple times.
Absolutely not. But then on the flip side, I believe, I don't want to be that type of a person that is oh, I gotta post this on social media or I have to do no, my life is, I prefer private versus just always putting stuff out there for people to or not I don't know, but so I would say that whatever I post on social media is that's me 100%. There's no facade. I would never post, even if I had $1 million cash, I would never post it.
Well, that's the way people get hit.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I would never post that I, have money or, I want you to think that I'm struggling and don't know nigga want me. I would never post a guy that I'm dating or, I wouldn't even, post, a serious relationship on Instagram or social media, period, because I think that just invites a lot of different things that I don't want to put up with. So I'd rather not even put that out there like that. So it's just certain things that I wouldn't post on social media because that's just not my personality.
Yeah, I think my social media is an accurate representation of me. I don't use my social media. I mean, I was about to say I don't use my social media like everybody else. I do use my social media like everybody else, but in a different way. I choose to post video. I choose to be more funny because I don't really
You're more comical with
I don't really like. I want to talk about the latest stuff, but then half of me don't really care about the latest
Right.
stuff. So, and when I do care about the latest stuff, I try to find an angle that's not as draining because it's just a lot of negative stuff out there anyway. And I use my social media to kind of stand for the shit I like. So you'll see. I mean, my Facebook is kind of off limits to y'all, but like
She's very into
my
like,
legend, I'm into LaToya Jackson, so I make a point to like stand LaToya Jackson randomly once a day for no reason. I'm into I was talking about Dreamgirls yesterday.
Yes.
And so I like to use my social media not necessarily for here I am, this is what I got, look at me, look at me, look at me. And I've kind of always been like that when it came to my social media, even when Facebook first started. I had faked it on social media before, but really just to like make a nigga think I was over him. So like all my like posts and my pictures was like, you know,
look at me.
I didn't want to say, I was about to say living my best life, but that wasn't the term then. So whatever term it was then was what I was doing. And look at me and woo me and I'm single and I'm free and fuck them other niggas and quoting all the Kaya and Trina I could think of. So, I mean, that's probably as fake as I've gotten on social media, but I tend to like to use my social media. Like, if you go to my page on Instagram right now, it's like random clips, and the most you see my personality is like within the caption. I just couldn't see myself, and maybe because I'm not yachting it up, and maybe because I'm not on on somebody private jet. Maybe if I was living that life, maybe I would, but I'm not. And I still think if I was living that life, I would still, even if I showed it, it wouldn't be in that type of, whoa, look at me, like, I'm on a private jet.
Yeah.
And if I did, it'll be like me being ridiculous. So that's that. But I knew like social media was going to hell when I realized that y'all were paying like hundreds of dollars to even take pictures on private jets, and like private jets were offering y'all to come like drive up to the airport, the private airport, go get in there, hold a glass of champagne for like $300 just to say y'all want to, like, girl, what? For like, what, 100 likes? Like, likes don't get you nowhere.
And
followers don't get you nowhere.
And what I've learned is like, I look at a lot of people's follower to like ratios, and none of them match.
Because people buy. I mean, and that's the thing. People, it's a percentage. It's a breakdown to like how many likes and views you should get based on how many people who are following you. So
live people.
And the thing is, a lot of y'all aren't putting content out that's worth a damn. Like, y'all have all these followers and all these likes, even if y'all do, but it doesn't matter if you're not putting out stuff people care about. That's still not gonna make you no money. Instagram not gonna make you no money in case you're putting out content that people want to see, or you're doing something that people want to see. And I think people showing you popping bottles, and granted, I've done all that shit too, of like sparklers and, you know, me holding champagne and all that extra shit. I've done all that. But it's just like, y'all grown ass people that's like 35 and 40 doing that shit. It's just ridiculous. That's like a young, like certain stuff on social media, I kind of feel like it's a young girl game.
It is, because you think about like how when we were growing up, we didn't have that. By the time I had Facebook my freshman year of college. That's when Facebook first came out. My freshman year of college. So I've had that time in Facebook, especially when I lived in Orlando when I was about 25, 26, when I was like out here like living. My Facebook was party, BB skirts. I think Forever 21 just popped up. Aldo. I didn't get on Facebook till 2008, 2009.
Yeah, because Facebook was like just for college students for like the first few years.
Yeah.
First of all, Facebook, I loved it when it was just for college students.
I didn't get on Facebook till like 2009. And even then it was like, I couldn't find my rhythm about it because, you know, and I drank a lot at the time. So I would post all this crazy shit on there.
But everybody went through that. I remember when they first opened it up to everybody could go on Facebook. I remember not realizing my family had got on Facebook because I think my page was like open or something, like my page wasn't even private. And my aunt was like, take down that post. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing on Facebook? Like, get your ass off.
I remember my dad, because I had this profile pic and it was this little fat white kid and he had a shirt that says, I fuck on the first date. And he had like this little lunchbox. And I just thought that was just so funny. And apparently my dad's ex-wife saw it because she kept trying to friend request me. And so that's originally how I got my Adriana Cool, was because I wanted to create a name on Facebook that nobody could find me. So I created Agent, and I just kept thinking, like, what could be my last name? So I thought, okay, I'll just put Cool. So I just rolled with it. And I remember my dad's ex-wife found me, and she told my dad that your daughter fucks on the first night. And so he calls me, and this is when I was living in Dallas. He calls me. Yeah, he calls me. He's just like, "What the fuck? What is going on? What do you have on your Facebook?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like you're not even on Facebook. What are you talking about?" He was just like, "You have a picture saying that you fuck on the first date? What is wrong with you?" And I was just like, "Okay, whoa. How do you know that?" And he was just like,
block him.
And he was like, "Somebody called me and told me blah, blah, blah."
Block him.
So I'm going through my Facebook. I see my friend request. It's her.
You gotta block that bitch.
And I was just like, wow. So you called my dad and told him that I'm just like whoring it up. When really it's just a fucking, I thought that was just my sense of humor.
Block her. Did you block her?
I did.
Yeah.
I did block her.
Because I went through that phase with family too. I was blocking you bitches.
Yeah.
But now I just let y'all have my Facebook. I came to terms with the fact that
I'm just that. Like I said,
I asked my grandma a question on Facebook. She answered me. So, and she shaded my mama in the answer. So Facebook is just here for family and old people. And I just went ahead and let them have it. I don't even really cuss on there no more. I'm just like, you know what, here, guys.
I think the thing I love the most about Facebook is like, I used to always, everything that I put on like my status was always like a rap quote. It was never anything. It was just, if I was listening to some music, if I heard something, I would post it. So my mom would be like, "Are you okay?"
She need to know.
Are you okay?
She need to know. Don't trust no nigga. Don't threw her off. That's Kaya. She threw her off. Don't trust. You put your trust in a nigga, stupid hoe. How you feel? Yeah, he won't fuck your best friend and your sister.
What did I put? I put coming in that water, boy, you better be a swimmer. That was a Lil Wayne verse.
She was confused.
And so she was just pool. Like, "What's wrong with you?"
She thought you was at the beach. She didn't know.
Well, like I used to quote Drake, Rick Ross, and Jay-Z heavy, like for like 2 years. That was all of my statuses.
Shout out to Rick Ross's Port of Miami. I felt that.
Like all of his rap quotes I would post, and my mom would be like, "Are you okay? Like, I saw you post something and that really bothered me."
Because people online, this is the thing, and I hate, social media has made it to where people want to portray perfect lives. And I mean, I have been a person who posted, people don't post on their bad day. And once you understand that, life is just so much better. Nobody's going to tell you that they almost couldn't pay their rent. They're just going to show you the day after it. Like, they're not going to tell you, they're not going to tell you how much money and how difficult it was for you to get to the vacation. They just gonna show you the vacation. They not gonna be like it took me all these extra shifts. They're not gonna show you the grind to the end. They just gonna show you the end. So I realized, like, with a bunch of married people I know, these niggas be on the verge of goddamn divorce, and they be posting like
my
the
king,
sweetest, right,
my queen, my rib.
When I met you,
my all,
my world got clearer. The sky got brighter. The birds.
This is my all, my heart. My heart is beating. I just want to wish
my king on this day, the day he made me his wife.
Amen.
And it's just like,
bitch,
girl,
that
just yesterday.
In my fucking DMs.
Girl, just yesterday you called me and told me you was about to get a divorce. Like, sis, do you have to? People really do overkill it. And people who, I hear a lot of y'all baby daddies be posting y'all kids and y'all really don't be in y'all kids' lives. So let me tell y'all, y'all should be very happy that I'm not y'all baby mama, because I will watermark all my goddamn pictures. So every time you take a picture from my page, it'll be my big old name right in the middle of that child face. Tried it. I will watermark everything. Y'all better be happy I'm no one's baby mama, because I will watermark everything. The nerve of you niggas who not really seeing y'all kids taking y'all baby mama's pictures and putting them on your page talking about first day of school, and you ain't seen that nigga in 2 years. I would watermark them pictures so fast, but that's the petty in me.
Yeah, no, I can't do no front. No, I mean, I don't front.
You ever dated a guy that fronted? I dated a guy that fronted. But it served me right. It was paper. My bird ways deserved it.
I'm trying to think. Like flashy type,
I
or
dated
just
this
kind
guy.
of just like.
I was being a bird. Like I was being a full bird. I had just graduated from FAMU. I thought I had talked to a handful of basketball and football players. I thought I was gonna be somebody's basketball wife. It didn't work out. So now I'm home living with my mama at the college. And I go to the club and it says, I would never forget, I'm in the middle of like the dance floor with the commoners, the peasants. And it's like the way the VIP was set up, it was above, like in a castle. And this fat, black, and ugly as ever, this nigga looked like Biggie for real. He pointed down and was like, get her. The her was me. And so I'm like looking like he ain't got nobody in his VIP. So I go up to the VIP. Did I take my homegirl with me? I probably had a homegirl with me, but I was looking around. He was nobody in his VIP. He had bottles and the server kept coming. It's just him in the VIP. And I'm being a bird bitch. So I'm like, who is this nigga with this?
Bitch.
Who is this dude with this money? Because like no one's in his VIP. He just chilling. He got bottles. He got drinks. And you know, he above the peasants, you know, the commoners that's on the dance floor. So we end up exchanging numbers because I just knew he had a coin. I just knew it, and you know, I'm trying to be saved out here because I ain't know what I was doing with myself. I had got this degree, I ain't know what to do with it. I was back with my mama. I just needed to be saved. So we went out like a couple of times, and like he talking big shit. I'm talking about big pimp and spin the cheese. I'm talking about I'm going to Miami this weekend. I'm going to New York this weekend. Oh yeah, God, they messed up the Bentley when we was in Miami, and showing me all these pictures, and I'm getting all these pictures on my cell phone when he's supposedly going out of town. And I'm like,
That's red flag number one. That is red flag, girl.
I'm about to marry rich. I'm just, you know, I'm a bird bitch. I'm just trying. I'm trying to get out of my mama house. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. I'm literally lost in the sauce right when I graduated. So one weekend I was out of town, but I was just like in the city next door. I was in Tampa, which is like maybe an hour and a half away from Orlando. He supposedly was in LA. And what I do know about LA and Florida, they're like a 4 hour difference. 4 hour difference. It's a minute. You just can't pop on a flight from Florida, from California to Florida and be back in Florida like in an hour. I do know that. The time change, the time difference, all that. The flight, it's a lot. It's a lot. It takes you about an hour to get to the airport in the first place. So he's talking this big game about him being in LA, him having all these coins, him in his Bentley. And I'm like, he got to have some coins because if he fat, black, and ugly as ever, he stay coochie down to the socks, you know, he got to have a coin. So he was talking this big game, and he was supposed to be in LA. And I'm talking about, he sent me these pictures of this condo and his Bentley. And I'm like, all right. I go downtown, me and my homegirl end up leaving Tampa, coming back to Orlando. He knew I was in Tampa, and he knew I wasn't supposed to be coming back from Tampa to about 2 days later. But me and my homegirl was like, all right, we can blow this joint. Let's go back home. So we go back to Orlando, and we was just like, well, let's just go out in Orlando. And this is God, I'm gonna tell y'all. So I'm going downtown, but I start walking. We park, but I walk down the street that I had never been on. Like, cause like downtown, you know how downtown is. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, all downtowns are pretty much the same one-way streets. I end up on this random street. Like, I don't even know how we end up on this street. I'm walking and I see Big Papa at the door with a security guard shirt on. I'm like, security? Security? And I'm like, well, I ain't sleep with him, so I ain't get played. So I was like, walking, I'm like, is it, you know, fat, black, and ugly as ever? And my homegirl's like, girl, that is him. So like I tapped him on the shoulder. I'm like, yo, what's up? He got a security guard shirt on. And the reason he was all in the VIP was because, like, now I know because I've been a bartender, that when you be like working bars and places, you become friends with owners and people, and you get like a lot of treatment just off GP of you working in the industry. So him having like the hookup in Orlando bar scene and Orlando club scene was strictly because he was being a security guard everywhere. And then like all the stuff came out where he lived and all that good stuff. And trust me, it served me right for being a bird. I would love to see his Facebook page. So I'm pretty sure his Facebook page is pretty much like money hoes and cars and stuff. And he's lying. Caught his ass right at the door with with the metal detector thing in his hand. And I mean real security, like the black shirt with the white letter security. And I was like, I thought you was in LA. He was like, oh no, I flew back, bitch. That ain't how that work. That ain't how that work now. Get your life. So yes, I have dated somebody who faked the funk.
No, when a guy to me, because I've dated guys with money, and I know that real niggas that really got it, they not talking about it. They not showing it. They're not even on social media like that. They may be on social media. They probably got like 100 followers. So to me, when a guy starts doing all that capping and I got, you see this, nigga's lying. You're lying.
He was lying, but I have dated very flashy rich guys before as well.
I can't, like, I've dated niggas that were very quiet money. Very quiet money. So I guess now, like, if I come into a conversation with a nigga, I remember I went out to Phil and Derek's one night, and this nigga was talking my fucking ear off about how many businesses he owned and how he
and never trust somebody who just say they got businesses. Go, what is your business?
So he said that he had he had a medical supply company, he had this, he had that, and he had a big ass house in the Woodlands and blah blah blah.
Oh, I know somebody who actually has a medical supply company. They be making money.
Yeah, but why are you telling me, a complete stranger? You don't know the type of person I am. And that's the thing, like, you don't know me. So for you to just like kind of just be like, oh yeah, I have $1 million in the bank right now and I'm looking for a why. Nigga, you're setting, that's a setup. I know that's a setup. So needless to say, I didn't talk to him after that because
y'all just be careful. I had a friend too who got set up well, not necessarily set up. When I first moved here, I lost my first apartment. No fault of my own. And my apartment was in like, who was supposed to be my roommate. She never showed up. So I was like out here I was going to be homeless because that's when I really didn't know nobody. I knew this one chick from like undergrad. And I hit her up and I'm like, listen, I'm about to be living under like the freeway or I'm going to have to go back home. Like it was like that. Like I'm going to have to go back home. I mean, I had only been in Houston for about 6 months. And she was like, yeah. She was like, okay, the guy I date, he's the property manager at this complex. He got you. It's not going to be all that foolishness it takes to get an apartment. I'm just going to tell him you come in because, he the property manager. And he could just send the paperwork through. Girl, I got you. It's going to be good. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Yo, boo is the property manager and I need a place to stay. Like, this is real life. I need somewhere to stay. Girl, why when I went up to that apartment complex, this nigga wasn't even a janitor. Like, he was below the janitor. That nigga was below the maintenance. She had that nigga had her literally thinking that he can sign somebody a lease and he ran a property at a nice complex. And I was just like, sis, he is not even the janitor. Like that, he's not even the lawman. Like he's not even manicuring these lawns. He's below them niggas. Like I don't know what that is, but it's below that. And I was just like, you niggas be around here just lying and fronting and faking. But sometimes I guess the lie's better than your real. Your fake life is better than your real life. But but it's like that's
an exhausting life to continuously lie and to have to crop pictures and to like stage photo shoots and shit like that. That shit is whack. Like if you ain't got it, nigga, you ain't got it.
If you don't have it, it's okay.
It's okay.
Because you can get it. I just
fuck
think
with you just off GP because you a good person.
Nah, girls probably fuck with you more when they think you got money.
And bitches will fuck with you off GP. If you keeps it 1,000, a bitch will fuck with you.
Not the type of bitches they want.
Hey man, pussy is pussy.
Nah, beg to differ. The type of girls, the type of dudes who are out here putting that type of persona out, they want a specific type of girl. The girl that will F with them isn't the girl they're looking for. They're looking for a specific type of girl, hence why they putting out that type of energy and doing that type of stuff. So saying pussy is pussy, I mean, yeah, in theory, I get it. But nah, the type of girls that they actually want to attract, the type of girls they're looking for, they're looking for the girls who want that lifestyle. Therefore, they're putting that lifestyle out. That's all that could.
But if they don't have it, then...
Listen, then I can't help you once she start finding out you fake. But up until then, because, a lot of you niggas, because I remember back in my heyday when I was out here running these streets, For real, for real. I knew a dude who had money, and he was the type like the fist, like he didn't have that much money, but he kept a hold on the money he did have. So he would string you along. I never slept with him, so I never cared, and he was always still fun to like have drinks with. But I knew like a couple of other girls that talked to him that like you knew he had a bit of a coin, but he never released the coin. So girls kept effing with him in pursuit of him maybe releasing the coin. I never really cared. I ain't never slept with him. And he still was a good time to me because he was funny as hell. But yeah, people just be in pursuit of a lifestyle. So it works both ways. For you, for like when I was being a bird, I got exactly what I deserved. Thank God I'm so past those days. But, to each his own. I personally wouldn't fake. I think, everybody can live the life they want to live eventually. So I will be one of those. I feel like you should like work to get it. And, and speaking of people who are fronting, I went to this meet and greet. First of all, I hate meet and greets because I hate meeting people and I hate greeting people. Let's just throw that out there. So I went to this meet and greet because I'm looking for somebody to help me with the project. And I just want to throw something out to you, people who lie about kind of what you can do. Just because you're a seamstress, that doesn't make you a fashion designer. Just because you have rhythm and you can dance doesn't make you a choreographer. You see how that works? Just because you can do certain things doesn't mean you're the title that you're throwing out to everybody. So it was like hella annoying to me this weekend when I was looking for somebody to help me with something. And, all y'all niggas just swear y'all creators and y'all not that creative. FYI.
Well, again, if I may play sometimes you have to fake it till you make it.
Well,
and a lot of times
not on my dime.
A lot of times in the creative realm, sometimes you have to say, hey, I can do this, this, and this, and then whatever they have to show, to demonstrate their skills, hopefully can be appeasing enough. But
that's different, but you need to have work to back that up as well. Don't tell me what you can't do if I can't see it. I need to see it. It needs to be tangible. I need to know if I'm going to pay you to do something. I need to know you can do it. Fake it till you make it. Yeah, I get that part. But when you fake it till you make it, have the skill set or have the shit to show it. Fake it till you make it in a sense like, oh, I can do this. Maybe you weren't doing it on a professional level. Maybe you just been doing it at your house by yourself with your cousin. And you can do it. You just ain't never did it for like real life people. That's fine. But don't sell me a castle when, you're in a double wide. I'm okay.
Some people they gotta fake it till they make it until they get an opportunity to be in that position to where they can actually.
That's fine. I'm saying that's okay. If you've been doing whatever you've been doing, like if you've been rapping in the house all this time and then you come out and say you're a rapper, I understand that because you probably just been rapping in the back room. I get that. But my issue is if you ain't got nothing to show for faking it till you make it, you can't tell me you doing something or you did something and you ain't never did it before. You can't even show me how to do it or you don't have no proof that you did it. You just want me to go out on a whim with you when my money's involved. See, that's the problem. It's the coin that's involved. And two, because I talked to a couple of people and I have an issue with creatives and who try to defy time. At the end of the day, I understand the creative process because I do a whole bunch of stuff. I do this podcast. I plan these shows out. But in real life, Shonda Rhimes can't go to ABC and says like she has a creative block, so we're not getting Grey's Anatomy this season. If you're an artist on a record label, you can't just be like, oh my bad, creative process ain't really working. Y'all ain't gonna get this album. It doesn't work like that. So you do have to have some type of time boundaries. And like that one chick I talked to, I was just like, girl, I can't get my coin to that. So, I understand embellishing your resume. I have embellished my resume. My resume is embellished right now. But when you embellish your resume, I just like when people, I like you to have somewhat did what you said you did. You might make it sound better, but I need you at core to be able to do what you did. Just a little bit. Because Jesus, this was a weekend for me. And I'm still a square zero. Still out here trying to find somebody. So if y'all know anybody, listen, Anybody from Houston who knows anybody from TSU's communication building who's out here doing stuff, hit me up. I prefer TSU because it's HBCU, but if you know somebody at U of H, that's fine as well. But if you know somebody at TSU, even better. It's been a mess. But that's that on that. Anything else to say about fronting people? Be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself.
Let your page be a reflection of you. I mean, that's probably less boring sometimes, but...
Well, like, why does it even fucking matter? Like, at the end of the day, if Instagram were to go down tomorrow, it wouldn't fucking really matter. Because none of this shit is real.
Well, I won't say it's not real, because people have made really good money off Instagram. Shout out to TT.
It's not real.
Shout out to TT. You're doing lovely, sweetie, or whatever Kris Jenner says.
Well...
So that's that on that. We actually have a letter too. And you, the girl who wrote this letter, you're a cute girl. I seen your little icon picture from your email. You're really pretty. Okay. But we're going to name you Dorothy Danridge because I ain't going to put your business out like that. Dorothy Danridge says, "Dear Recovering Party Girls, so I recently just got out of a long relationship and been single for some months now. I've been trying to get back in the dating field, but I don't want to rush things with someone. But I met someone my recent outing and he asked me on a date. Now details on him and me. I'm a 22-year-old African-American college student, and he is a 30-year-old white male with a great job and has a house. Long story short, we went out on a date and everything went completely great. Better than I actually expected. The whole weekend we went out for drinks and enjoying the night out with friends. One night I got completely drunk and can't remember anything, and it's kind of a blur. Now he went from texting me every day to not texting me at all. I called him one time since the last time I seen him, and I haven't heard back from him. But he watches my snaps and Insta stories all the time. My question to you is, should I leave it alone or just not think too much about it, because I explained to him I didn't want anything serious. P.S. Love the podcast. Heart emoji." What you think?
So you said you went out, you got drunk, and then shit got weird. You know, I've been in that situation where I've gotten drunk, went out with the guy's very promising, but I got shit-faced and I showed my ass. And, you know, that scared him. I know being young and, you know, and just if you're dating somebody older and you're younger, relatively younger, you're 22, that could scare a guy, because especially a guy maybe perhaps in his 30s that's looking for that potential one, and then all of a sudden you just turn into a bad
Tasmanian devil.
That's a deal breaker for some people. And I can totally completely understand it, because I've been a deal breaker for a couple of people, because I've gotten trashed on the first dates, second dates. And the guy luckily some of them were nice enough to say, "Hey man, I'm gonna pray for you, but you got a problem." You know, that's just what it is. Even though, no, I didn't really necessarily have a problem, but it was just that drinking and that being super, super wasted and not knowing it's very unattractive.
He don't know you.
Because you flip it, right? Let's say you go out with a guy and you like him, you're into him, you think, oh shit, well this could be potential, and then he gets shit-faced drunk and he can't handle his shit. That's unattractive. That's unattractive to me now. Like, if a guy cannot handle his liquor, I think that's unattractive. So I can understand that concept of him not responding to you. So I would at least just put it out there and say, like, hey, you know, maybe if you could get some closure, if that's what you want to do, I'd say do it. There's no harm in that. But once you said that you got shit-faced drunk and then shit just kind of went left, that to me is like, you might as well just take that L and just, like, you know, just keep it pushing.
Yeah, I agree with Adriana. The crazy part is, when I read this letter, like the second time. I have this Me Too movement and sexual assault is so deep in my head. The second you said like I got shit faced and shit got blurry, that's like where my mind first went to. Like that is crazy how life is going right now, like within the world. But anyways, I too have been a person who have gotten completely shit faced on dates. It ain't cute. And for you to be, I understand, because you're 22, and Lord knows I was wilding at 22. I was wilding yesterday. For you to be 22, that young, and I mean, at any age, you shouldn't get blacked out drunk with anybody you know, but being that young, you acted how I would expect you to act. Because I remember when I first met these guys, they were in their 30s, they had a little coin, and every time we went out, I was getting shit-faced drunk because it was like new to me to have somebody who can buy drinks at every club we went to because they had like real life jobs and they had real life money, so I couldn't control myself around the liquor. I was drinking all the possible liquor, getting shit-faced. It's not attractive. And if you were like the first black girl he dated and you got shit-faced like that, that is a turn-off. If you're just the first college girl he dated and you got shit-faced, that is a turn-off. If you're the first black college girl he dated and you got shit-faced like that, that is a turn-off. And that's actually, you need to be more worried about the fact that you got shit-faced like that with a stranger versus anything else. Because that is actually the bottom line. Not that you got shit-faced and he didn't answer your phone call. You know, you got shit-faced with a goddamn stranger and anything could have happened. And I don't know if you guys listened to the Kanika Jenkins episode. We talked about, you know,
friends,
being responsible for yourself as well, because you can't put yourself in a space with people you do not know. You can't put yourself in a space with people you do know. So when you be drunk like that, you kind of you out there free for the world. So but honestly, I really just think you got drunk and you acted a fucking fool. Probably. And you scared that nigga.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, it happens to the best of us.
You know what? Because a couple of years ago, and this was like maybe 2 to 3 years ago, I was dating this guy, and I mean, I've known him for a while, but when we first started dating, this particular night, I got shit-faced drunk with him, and he was older, so he was like in his 40s. So I was like, he's like 10 years older than I am. So we had went out. I mean, I acted a fucking ass. Like he brought me around his friends, and I remember he was wearing this white collared shirt, and I don't know what I was thinking. Did you throw up on him? No, I had red lipstick on. Oh my God. I smeared my red lipstick all over his shirt.
Why?
Because I was just like, I didn't give a fuck. I don't know why, but he had said something to me and I snapped. And I just acted a fucking ass. Like, I literally grabbed his shirt and I smeared my lipstick all over his shirt. So he just had red lipstick all over his white shirt. And I remember he took me to this cigar bar.
Classy.
He took me to a cigar bar, and he was so irate with me because, I mean, when I tell you I acted a fucking donkey.
What did you do?
I don't even know. Oh. But I know, I do know that I remember I put my finger in this drink and I was just swirling my finger around.
Well, will you be that drunk? Let me tell you, I've picked a hookah over like a guy before. Yeah. I've done some real wild drunk shit that I should have got beat up behind.
Yeah,
it's been a couple of times.
He was so embarrassed. Like, he was so embarrassed, and he's one of those guys where his friends' opinions mean a lot. And they
to him. You got this young bitch. She can't hold her liquor.
So we go to the cigar spot.
Your mascara probably
and then bitch, my shit was just my eyelashes one was like probably coming undone.
Your lipstick on the cheek.
Yeah, and he comes in with like a red ass shirt because my lipstick was all over, and I remember he told me, he said, "You need to go the fuck home. I don't care. Go the fuck home. However you get there, get the fuck home, because you literally have pissed me off." Because his friends were like looking at him. I just remember.
How you got there?
I drove.
Oh, okay.
So I drove home. And I don't recommend it because I woke up the next morning and I just woke up like in a panic. Like, oh shit.
You gotta check you go outside and check your car.
And so I checked for my car.
Don't you when you be driving home super fucking when you wake up at the driving
and
home,
it was like 7 a.m.
It'd be early. You never wake up at like 1 checking your car. It'd be like 6, 7 in the morning.
And you're like, fuck.
And you walk around the whole car.
Yeah. So I'm like looking like shit, okay. And then I'm like, okay, I got my cell phone, my wallet, my keys.
Ain't nobody in this room with me.
Nobody's here.
My car intact.
Obviously I'm in the same clothes as I was last night.
My car's intact. Ain't nobody in the windshield. Ain't no dent like I hit nobody and ran off.
So I called him and he picks up the phone. He goes, speaking of the fucking devil.
Jesus
and mind
Christ.
you, this was like at like 7:30 in the morning.
Jesus Christ.
And I was just like, hey, I'm really sorry. Like, I don't know what I did, but I know I did something. And I'm really sorry. And he goes, okay, thanks. And he hangs up on me.
Have you talked to him since?
It took, I want to say, and mind you, I was really trying to like talk to him like, hey, I'm really sorry. Like, I really want to like try to figure things out. Like, girl, this nigga would not give me the fucking time of day. This
red
nigga,
lipstick pissed him off, man.
This nigga, and so his
Did you pay for his dry cleaning?
No. So his best friend was with him at the time, and his best friend came into the bar that I worked at, and I remember him looking at me like, damn. Like, and he goes, bitch, you're crazy. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? And he was just like, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Sometimes I don't even want to know. Sometimes I just want y'all to take what I did to the grave.
And so like it took, and then like when he would be drinking, he would send me like these angry text messages like, you fucking bitch, why did you do this to me? I really liked you and blah blah blah. Like, I don't know what the fuck I did. So it took maybe about a good 6 to 7 months for him to actually talk to me. Actually, no. You just respond to my text message. And I remember when he responded, he was at Foxy's over there. It's this is ratchet ass strip club over there off of Main. No, 610. And I met him over there because I wanted to see him. And he was so mad. He was still very angry at me, obviously. I don't know what I did, and I literally apologized profusely. Like, I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. And then we ended up trying again, and it didn't work.
Did you get drunk again?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't get drunk again. It just didn't work out. But needless to say, look, that drinking,
Dorothy Danridge.
I
got music.
That drinking and on a date and acting an ass and that's a deal breaker.
Listen, Dorothy Danridge, I'm gonna tell you, I too have had multiple experiences like Adriana has recalled of. I have been a plum fucking fool. I dated my teacher when I was in college. Well, I had a thing with my teacher while I was in college, and I got drunk and cussed his ass out. Well, I don't really remember what I did that night. He just called me. The next day I called him. He picked up the phone. He's like, don't you ever fucking talk to me like that again. And I was like, like I said, I'm in the local Chili's eating my chips and salsa, drinking my margarita. And I was just like, huh, what did I say? He was like, I don't want to talk about it. And I was just like, damn, I must have been wilding. I had one time I kicked a hookah over a guy when I was drunk. I don't actually remember cooking the hookah over. I kicked it over. Apparently, it kind of like burnt his shirt. You know, that'll piss somebody off.
That'll make somebody upset.
You know, and then, but you know, the hookah's hot, and then like the water, and then the cold. Yeah. It's a lot of elements.
Yeah,
when you forcefully kick over a hookah.
Absolutely.
And then it was like some girls in there too. So not only did the hookah hit him, it was like remnants of the hookah hitting the girls, and there was a pineapple on top of the hookah. It was just a lot going on with that hookah. So I kicked the hookah over. I don't remember this, but apparently after I kicked the hookah over, I was smart enough to know that I went too far. So apparently my whole drunk state, I knew
you took it too far.
I took it too far, and I was about to get my ass whooped. So I completely ran out in the club and into the car. Now let me tell you how my God works and how karma works for that ass. So after I kicked this hookah over for no really apparent reason, because once they recapped the story, it was just like, well, why did I kick it over? Nigga, because you got jealous for two seconds of jealousy, kick the whole hookah over. I jump in my car at the time. At the time I had a Toyota Avalon. I crashed the Toyota Avalon to the point where it couldn't even be fixed. And this is actually before I even got my DUI. So that is the karma for my black ass. What else have I done? Oh, I've definitely cussed like niggas out in the club. I've done it all when it came to like being drunk and being foolish.
Me too.
But in short, Dorothy Dandridge, you shouldn't have been getting that drunk anyway with somebody you just met. Like that needs to be the lesson of all this. Not that you acted a fool. The fact that you really should not have been getting drunk like that with a stranger danger. One weekend does not make him somebody you know. That is a stranger danger. And if it's the first white man you know, or dated like that, or went out with like that, that is a white stranger danger, girl. You got to be careful. So let that be the lesson. Just don't really be getting drunk like that with people you don't really know.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
You know, it's very, very dangerous. I mean, I know we make it light,
especially in this climate of sexual assault. And you know, I had a friend. She got drunk with a supposed friend, and she said the next day she felt like he had sex with her, and I was just like, well, what you got drunk with him? And she was just like, yeah, that was my friend. See
that right there is when those sexual assault cases get very tricky. Like if you watch any of those cases on like 2020 or whatever like detective shows you guys like, a lot of those sexual assault cases be, well, she got drunk with him and she was there and da. So you really have to like take care of yourself. You can't be out here hoping other people will take care of you because they're not.
Yeah.
They aren't. Period.
Totes my goats.
So just that should be the biggest issue out of all of this is don't get drunk with stranger dangers. Don't get drunk with regular people.
Have a contingency plan. Like if you're gonna do that, if you're going to drink,
like, to black out because you technically blacked out.
Okay, so don't black out. I mean, you can drink, but be responsible. Like if you know you're going on a date with somebody that's relatively new, 2 glasses of wine. I mean, if just do like two drinks, drink water. Don't, because in my alcohol class, I've learned like you have to time that shit out. Space your drinking. So if you're drinking consistently a drink every 30 to 40 minutes, you're going to be drunk. Without drinking water, whatever, like you're going to be drunk. And then you add the soda makes, tip, you guys, soda, Coke, Sprites, club soda, tonic water increases your drunkenness. That's just FYI. So if y'all are out in a club on a date, it's best to drink it straight. And I didn't even mean that to be,
but not like a bunch of them straight in now. You really need to like,
you have to pace it. You have to
based on your body weight. It says how the time that you should, how many drinks you can have in an hour. And most girls, I think, can only have like 2.
It's 2,
and really 1.5 because some of y'all are really, really small. So I wouldn't go past. And when we say, I would say 1.5 because people over pour. So it's really true to the shot. It's true to the wine.
And then the 2 is like you can have 1 glass of wine and you can be intoxicated.
Because people aren't pouring true to the amount.
So, you know, that's just a word to the wise. If you are going on dates with people, remember that club soda water increases your intoxication, and you know, make sure you eat. Have a full stomach before you drink. And if you're going to drink a lot, space your drinking out. Like, hold on to that drink.
It's a marathon. It's not a race.
Yeah, like, hold on to that drink. Shots, on top of shots with the beer, that's not going to do it. That's going to get you fucked up. That's going to get you a no call, no show the next day.
And listen, I'm that person who wants shot and drink and shot and drink. You got to you got to pace it. You got to pace it out. You really shouldn't. Dorothy Danridge, girl, you're a pretty girl. Like I said, I seen your picture on the little icon or whatever. Don't put yourself out there like that. That is the real issue. Don't get drunk like that. As far as should you call him? No, you said you didn't want nothing serious. It don't matter.
Then
take this a wash. This a wash.
Take the L and just whatever.
You got some free drinks. You turned up for the weekend with a stranger danger.
Hopefully you ate
good. You should have ate good. I would think you ate good. You should have ate multiple times.
Hopefully you ate a good meal. And just take it as a learning experience.
And the thing is, him watching your snaps and stuff, he just watching your snaps. It ain't that goddamn serious. You just still on his timeline. He ain't got shit to do at work. He ain't got shit to do at the house. I wouldn't take watching my snaps as like as a serious thing. Seeing as though y'all weren't in a serious situation to begin with. It's not like he's your ex-boyfriend watching your snaps. He's just some nigga that bought you some drinks that you got drunk with. That's watching your snaps, girl. But listen, Dorothy Danridge. If you kind of know how you acted and you want to send that email my way so I can read it, I would love to know what you did.
If you can remember.
If you can remember, because I really think you acted a fool, girl.
That's always the case.
Girl, when you following Trina, when you following Trina and shit,
that's always the case.
Girl, did you cuss his ass out?
I have no idea what I did to this man.
And the thing is, when I've been like really drunk, I be flipping off shit that don't matter. And like my normal everyday sober life, it does not matter. And when I've been getting pissy drunk like that, where everything's been a blur, I was flipping out about shit that I ain't had no business flipping out about.
I'm telling you.
So girl, I just got a feeling you acted a fool.
I'm telling you, I don't know what I did to this man to make him not talk to me for 6 to 8 months. And only to respond out of anger to me. I did something. I don't know what I did.
I think that red lipstick was just the beginning. I got a feeling that red lipstick was just the beginning.
But you know what? At the end of the day, it is.
Listen,
what it is.
I threw back in Tallahassee. They used to do $7 pictures, and you can get you a Long Island iced tea or a tequila sunrise. One night I got drunk and threw the whole picture on my ex-boyfriend. The next day he told me all he asked me was that I want to go to McDonald's after the club. Why did I throw a picture on this nigga? I have no idea. I was drunk. I don't even remember throwing the picture on him, to be honest. But apparently all this nigga wanted to know was did I want a McDouble or not? Did I want a kids meal? Did I want nuggets or did I want the burger?
You said, fuck no,
I want a shit.
That
nigga was mad. Like I'm surprised he didn't jack me up. Like I'm telling you, I've had some close calls where if I got hit by a nigga, I would just take it like, you know what?
I deserved it.
I deserve this. I wouldn't even do that whole argument. Don't put your hands on a woman. I would have been like, I went too far. I pushed this way.
I pushed your buttons.
Because I don't know what about that McDouble made me flip.
Maybe because he didn't ask you.
Maybe because he didn't offer me fries or cheese. Maybe he didn't add cheese on it.
Maybe he didn't supersize it.
Listen, that nigga was mad for like 2 months. That nigga really was mean mugging me for 2 months.
Well,
so just be careful, sis. You're a pretty girl. I don't want anything to happen to you.
Yeah. Mind your P's and your Q's.
And that's it. Oh, and shout out to, since we're closing up, to Carmen Belcher, my Playboy bunny.
What's the T in NYC, bitch?
You entertain me. You're a cutie pie. I kind of want to party with you. And Maha Sen, I hope I said that right. Shout out to you too, girl. I talked to you this week too. So shout out to all the people who comment and who message and who entertain the foolishness on Recovering Party Girls page. Y'all are hilarious.
You are.
And thank y'all for being so open. I read all your comments. Y'all be out here wilding too. I stand for people who are like me.
Also shout out to DJ Lean On Me. So he actually was a story that I said I was talking about in one of our earlier episodes, and he had came into one of the bars that I worked at, and he was just like, yeah, I binged your podcast. And he was just like, I forgot what episode it was, but he was just like, yeah, you were talking about me.
Hilarious.
And he was just like, I'm not mad about it, but that was funny. So shout out to him. Thank you for acknowledging your journey in my life. Oh, it was about the time where I
Wait, are you supposed to let us know what it is?
yeah, I mean,
okay.
he knows.
No, I mean, but we don't know it's him. Now you about to let us know it's him. If you tell us what it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
give a
okay.
shit. It was the time where I invited allegedly invited him to my house, and we were smoking weed, and he passed out, and he got I was scared allegedly, and so he woke up the next morning, and I pretended like I was going to work, and
oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah, so that was him. But anyways, he's a good sport. He's alright.
This is all alleged.
This is all alleged. Nah, hell no. That shit happened, man.
Nah.
Alleged.
We even told me to say alleged. So shout out to everybody. So follow us, Recovering Party Girls, at Twitter, Facebook. It's Party Girls Pod. No, I'm lying to you. It's Recovering Party Girls.
Recovering Party Girls on Facebook and Instagram.
It's Party Girls Pod on Twitter. I'm NatoyaEbony on all social media. Follow me. I chat. I'm a good time. You're a good time. I see y'all comments. Y'all a good time.
And I'm Miss Cool in the City. I see your comments. I sometimes can't get to all of them, but I do see them, and they're funny as fuck. Miss Cool in the City.
And you guys, just be good people. Don't fake
fronting.
Don't fake on Instagram.
Don't fake the funk.
Just be who you are. Oh, shout out to all the podcasts in Houston. I see y'all be linking up and doing stuff. Y'all are cute. I love it. I love podcasting. So shout out to I do.
What?
No, because I was on I hashtagged Houston podcast, and I clicked it, and I went through like the feed and just seen all like the podcasts in Houston. That's what. So shout out to all the podcasters in Houston. I was looking. It was a lot of people. So that was a good time. So shout out to everyone. And we shall see y'all. Oh, and be specific with Jesus. If y'all don't take anything else from this episode, you let Jesus know what you want specifically. And don't drink with stranger dangers. Bye, y'all.
Toodles.